A little bit.
I feel good about my chances.
And oh yes, Tim is playing Affinity. He picked this deck up recently, and he's been playing it a lot more. His first modern deck was Fish,
I want the extra land on the battlefield.
and then he had Allies and Affinity. So very creature-based deck, turn things sideways.
But you know what? He changed it up for this week because he played Affinity. And what does Affinity not run?
Vials.
Aether Vial.
It does not have the vials.
Which I thought he would never get away from.
But he has talked about, maybe like just a one vial, just for,
Just to see what would happen. It's an artifact, right?
It powers everything up. Got that Metalcraft going now. So we're going to see how things work out. The Affinity versus the Burn matchup is a pretty exciting one. Can be kind of a racy one, but if you can get your Volt Scourge as Affinity, then you're feeling pretty good.
Sure.
That lifelink is pretty nice. Now, Ben is getting back into Magic after playing. So he was another one of our Bloom players for a bit there, and then he decided, you know what, I want to get back in.
Yep.
What deck should I play? And then was looking around and found this lovely list of, let me just go for face. And so we got another burn for you guys tonight.
But the thing is because he played Bloom Titan, he was always coming out, what it looked like to me, he was always coming out of those games where he was just like, it seemed like he was mentally exhausted.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Bloom Titan is you gotta think all day long. It feels like
there's so many lines of play, and playing the right land, when to play it, and there's a lot more to it than you think.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a complete 180 for him.
True. All right. So players have done their roll-offs. I was not paying enough attention to figure out.
They're already going, man.
All right. Going to 17, I bet.
You think so?
I think so.
Give me that land.
Well, he might. Oh no. Well, okay. I don't know what's in his hand.
Oh, that's a basic mountain.
All right, 19. All right. Be boring. That's cool. Suspend Rift Bolt.
That's like clearly the play. That's booster. That's
no, nothing. Suspend Rift Bolt. I don't know.
Something's happening. I think Ben might be our longest. Oh, he's just shuffling. Okay. I thought he was thinking about his play.
Yep, there it is.
That's a Rift Bolt.
That's a Rift Bolt. Good turn one play for our burn players. All right, so how many cards do you think will be dropped down? 3?
I'm gonna say 4.
Ooh, okay. We got.
Oh,
there's our 4th one.
Nailed it.
I'm done. I don't need to cast any more ever. Got the Affinity number right on the. All right.
Oh, there goes our Signal Fest.
I like that idea. Single pass can get pretty annoying, that little bit extra there. And do we see any more land drops?
Haven't seen one yet.
No creatures either. Haven't seen. So I know he's got the Swift Spears, and he's got guides.
He's going to get another land, it looks like.
Ooh.
Maybe 16?
okay.
We're ready for it.
I was gonna say because it's like obnoxious.
And as you can see, the players are all excited that there's a camera.
Ooh. Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. I guess being an 18 is cool too. And again, we're gonna get dice to keep up, make it easier for everybody at home too, to make sure we're not missing any play. We're doing pretty good, I think. So far.
But we have to rely on them
to
spin the dice.
Yeah.
That seems good. Go ahead. I gotta go blast that.
He doesn't run it. Have it.
Gal Blast.
Okay, alright.
Oh, Eidolon. Okay, so he has to lose the 3 to be able to kill it off. And, alright, Signal Pass comes down again.
Hey.
Wow, so 2 Signal Pass. Oh,
Coming at you.
Cool. So this looks just like turn 1, essentially, for our Affinity player. Alright.
Foothills goes down.
Another Eidolon.
That's not really spell.
No,
Ooh,
Lava
that's a Lava
Spike
Spike coming at you.
And
Please.
Searing Blaze.
Yeah. I take 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Landfall trigger.
Landfall trigger. So he takes 6 that turn.
I'll do a collision twice.
Yeah, take Lava Spike, okay. Use it, that's good.
That was a nice play. The Searing Blaze in there. Oh, Eidolon is 2. You're right. So he's got 1 extra life. I'm glad it's 2 and not 3. Ooh, an island. That's a pretty looking island. I do like those lands. Okay, Steel Overseer. Solid. Ooh. Quick fetch, killed off the Steel Overseer. And yeah, you really want to get that out of the way before he starts, really pumping up his team. Which things are looking pretty good for our burn player. And the little bit that I played on the other end of that matchup, not being on the Affinity side, if you can be able to disrupt them and kill off a lot of their stuff, where they're basically in that top deck mode and they don't have much presence on board, it makes it really, really tough for them.
True.
And I'm really interested to see players trying out that new land from Oath, that you pay colorless to it. If you have no cards in hand, you get to draw a card.
Oh, is it the Seagate?
Seagate, yes. Yes, that one. So I'm really interested to see that. Alright, what do we got here? Lava Spike and another burn spell. I didn't see what the
here we
second
go.
one was.
Here we go.
Alright, Ink Moth. But he's at least at 9 from the Lava Spike. Could be at 6.
That's a safe number. We'll just put him in.
We'll put him at 9. Alright. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Master. So swinging 1 at him right now,
It's going bad.
and Master is at least a 3/3.
Alright.
Another Wooded Foothills.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
He says pass turn.
Alright, decision making time. Do you go for the infect plan in this situation? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Arcbound.
Yep.
Vault Scourge. Okay. So reestablishing himself in here.
He's saying, I would like some life, please.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's taking 6 this turn. So he'll drop down to 9, and then he's going to fetch, go to 8. Ooh. Things just took a quick turn here. And this, again, we're seeing our burn player having quite a lot of lands. I know he's at least got 1 card in hand here.
And do you think that that's what happens most of the time? Like you keep a hand of 7. You've got the burn spells. You've got some lands. You're curving out right, but then eventually you just get to the point where you're just, gee, I hope I get it off the top.
Yeah. I think at this point,
Ooh, okay, Boros Charm.
saying, okay, here's I can do 4 to you, but that's not enough to kill you. And okay, yeah. So mostly burn just stalls out, and yeah, I can see it, like, because if you're top decking a Vault Scourge, you're top decking, your Arcbound or something like that, then you're sitting in a good spot where you can deal much better with your top decks than I'm thinking the burn player is. Okay, so most of the spells being drawn are live, but it can just stall out. Cool. So I am not a burn player.
Nope.
It's not the style that I like to do.
He likes to cut the life total down by 10.
I want to be able to count to 10, not 20. It makes it much easier on me. Now I do have a fish deck, so like I can understand the general concept of turning things sideways. The Affinity is cool. You can speed out things very quickly. You can kill people quickly, or you can play those longer, grindier games.
Yeah.
Burn is
what
the deck
kind
that's
of decks are being run in the meta? Yeah, that's a good. Affinity and Burn are and Eldrazi. Can we say those are the 3 that in
our meta?
In ours, it really is Burn is the big one. I'm assuming this is some store in DC. So we're actually in Winchester. So we are outside of DC. just kind of go down 81 or up 81, depending on where you're at. And it's easy enough to run into us there. But what are we like? Hour and a half, 2 hours from DC?
I would say an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 2 hours now because it's like snowing outside.
We're about as close to West Virginia as you want to be.
No offense. We are. It's only we're right at the border of West Virginia and Virginia. You look on a map, easy enough to find us there. So going into game 2, dealing up, shuffling up here. 2 Tron players. Oh yeah, some people are saying there's some Tron players. There's in fact, really, it's a very quick meta that we have at our shop in particular.
We have very highly competitive players.
All about the W.
It's all about the win.
True, we are all. So Richard's up in New York area, so it's all the south of him there. So, but yeah, we've got very fast, and a lot of our guys that go to the shop do compete at other events. Mm-hmm. We go to like East Coast GPs, Star City Opens. We get pretty lucky too that Baltimore usually has a couple events a year. DC usually has like 1 or 2 events a year, so we're in a decent spot. And then even Charlotte or Columbus is not that far away for us.
It's a drive, but it's well worth it.
Right. So, all right, looks like we're getting up and getting ready to go.
See, this is why a deck list would be helpful.
True, we could pull them
because we could say, all right, so sideboarding. What are we seeing coming out?
Well, we know that pretty much every deck that is played at our shop has some Affinity hate.
Sure. No offense.
No offense to Affinity players, but we don't like losing to you. So there's, what I've got 4. No, now 3. No, 4. 3 targeted removal against artifacts in my sideboard of my infect list, and 1 main board targeted removal.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
yep.
So there's some removal floating around. All right. See some lands, some artifacts. Can't really tell what the artifacts are, but there's some artifacts. Okay, so there we go.
All right, so we're going to. I'm gonna say 19.
You think so?
Dibs on 19.
I think so. Suspended Riftbolt.
That seems to be his play.
Basic Mountain.
19.
Where's the Riftbolt?
Called it.
Wait. Or it could be like a Swift Spear guide, but I like this,
I've played Ben many a time in this burn deck, and he seems to have the Goblin Guide. There it is, Goblin Guide trigger.
Goblin Guide. And we saw Ornithopter on the top. So 19 to 18. Passes on over. So you think 4 again, or are you thinking?
You know what? I'm gonna go with 5. I'm gonna go 1 up.
5?
1 up.
All right. So we've already seen 2. Oh, a pass.
I was way off.
So no drum. That did slow him down a little bit. No extra, generating of mana source. No Moxes. We didn't see any Moxes game 1 or 2.
Now,
So many questions.
it's interesting. I think Tim may have Herald did the bringing blue back into Affinity
What's happening?
For our shop?
for our shop. It seems because I don't know, and I'll have to talk to TJ tomorrow because I think he may actually be running blue again, and maybe it's just the meta.
True.
And where we are now with a lot of burn, a lot of more aggressive play.
Speaking of blue, there was a Spell Pierce on
Ooh.
top.
Okay.
So interesting to note here. Oh wow, fetching down. But yeah, the blue has back on blue. Okay, so yeah, it seems like just Affinity players are liking that. Master of the Theorem is a big draw to it. Ooh, just 2 extra, yeah. Revelry there, killing off that. So we can also swing in 2 more. So he takes 4 that turn. So, all right. Now, 3 cards in hand. Ooh,
It's my super secret deck tech.
he just played Glimmer and passed. No turn 2 play. Or just scared to throw down anything on turn 2?
Well, Glimmer gives him his blue, correct?
Yes.
So maybe he's holding
Spell
up for a
Pierce.
Spell Pierce.
Okay. That's a good point. Alright, so Master is just faster. I don't have to worry about the blast because it was mostly to not die to twin. Ah, okay.
Alright.
That makes more sense. And then if you really need it against certain matchups, you can always bring it in from the board and stuff. Okay.
Go ahead.
2 Thoughtcast, 3 Masters, 3 Gallblast, 3 Champions, 17 lands.
Gotcha.
That's a solid. Oh, okay, second Glimmer Void there. Was too busy looking at chat and I missed what creature.
It's so hard to see. There's that
Oh,
Spell Pierce.
Nacatl.
Is that a Nacatl?
It is.
Alright.
And okay, so there's the Spell Pierce, and he's gonna fetch and be able to pay the 2.
And he says, I'm still going to bolt your Overseer anyway. Get that out of here.
Oh, he didn't pay the 2. Oh, he just paid. He had 2 bolted in.
Yep.
That'll do
But
it.
that does put him down to 13.
12 was 18. Which one was
12. You're at 15.
Okay.
All right, so there's something about that spot on the right side that the light is just a little too much.
I think it's because the light
I don't
is
know.
directly
Talk to my
over
dad, because I don't know what it's doing.
No, it wasn't.
All right, the lands show up okay.
He's just laughing at me at this point.
We'll have to do some adjustments with cameras for next time. Or just keep someone's hand right there.
Right, yeah.
Every time he reaches over to touch his deck, we can see the cards.
Show me.
If you don't tap him, he stays.
All right. So Nacatl is a 3/3. Guide, of course, is 2. So he is going to be sitting there swinging 5. Trigger. Oh, there's Arcbound on the top, though. So 5 coming, and a Tarkus command. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage. And suspended default. So he drops him down to 2 and says, okay.
There's a good chance.
Hey, you want to bolt one of these, right?
He says, you want to bolt one of these. Rip bolt to the face. Go into game 3.
It was an okay hand.
Letting you know I'm not afraid.
Alright. So that was a tough
That's what
tough hand there for Affinity. You got to see he had Arcbounds. He had these awesome stuff that he wanted to be able to curve into, but he had the Spell Pierce that he had to keep back. Like all his creatures, like the Thopters that he had, got killed off early, and the Naya burn got some good traction having Guide that didn't really get any triggers, no freebies.
No.
And we were able to get Nacatl out as well. So he did spend a couple of bolts directed at killing creatures,
Right.
Instead of going towards space, which I think was perfectly reasonable.
Especially with the threats he had on board.
Yeah.
I'll play first and hopefully get
All right. So we don't. I was like, we didn't see any shuffling right now from our burn player. So perhaps he's found another sideboard or 2 cards that he
could.
wanted to.
Yep, that looks like what he's doing there.
Now I don't like. I believe that Tim and TJ's lists are very similar. I know last week they were discussing and talking about their lists. Because TJ is kind of our resident expert on Affinity at the shop. He's been piloting it the longest, I believe, or at least he's seen the most success with the deck as of the last 2 years, year and a half, I guess I'd say.
Somebody just mentioned a Terra Stopper. I'm curious.
Can't be countered, trample, an 8/8 for 6.
Yeah. Dang. I have not seen one.
Just gonna Kylo Ren play Matt. As you can see that Tim is rocking his fisherman worm.
Yep.
That you're very jealous of.
I am very jealous of that. It is just a happy-looking fisher worm.
All right. Both rocking the red sleeves, too. Team green sleeves turned into team red
Team red
sleeves.
sleeves. Seems to be the go-to secondary choice.
All right, so we've got an Ink Moth, Ornithopter, Pestermite.
I love this place.
You mean Signal Pass?
I did. I was like, that's not the right word.
He hasn't even played Twin in his life. I don't know why he's thinking about Pestermite.
Actually, no, I played your Jeskai list, and I did really well against the
That is true.
It's true.
Tarma twin list.
Yep.
Because they got real sad when I kept pathing all their goyves. All right.
Or the
4,
thunder.
3. What are you feeling?
3. Dang it.
No, Mox. He had Mox this time. This is the 5 this time. Oh, and Vault
Rewind.
Scourge. Vault
Yep.
Scourge. So he loses 2 life for the Vault Scourge.
Let me draw my cards, as I'm wont to do. And
down to 18.
I'm gonna Vault Scourge.
And Bolt killing off the Vault Scourge. Smart. Don't want to have him gain any life from it.
Getting uppity about my bolts.
Activate. Combat trigger.
All right, so we got 1, 2 coming at him. 3. Sorry. 2, 3. Triggered off the signal pass.
I will take 3.
Ooh, fetch. Shock. Go for the shock. Go for the shock. Alright. Yeah, this is the first game we've seen Mox. That could be, oh, and there was the shock. So, takes 3, goes to 14. Alright. So TJ's saying if that Scourge ever sits on the table against Burn, it's lights out. A lot of the time it will force them to have, Grudge to kill it off, sacks and permanents to Ravager to get the Scourge out. Okay, cool. So, makes sense. And the Coddle, Bolt coming down. Oh, the Spell Pierce!
Ooh, the
Oh,
Spell Pierce.
keeps his guy alive. That's pretty cool. Now, Nicodle is sitting at a 2-2 right now. And he just says, I'm going to fly over top of you. 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, 5 coming at him.
Said I'm going to take him.
Flies just right over top. I like that. We're racing down right now.
Congratulations. What'd you think?
Game day is always fun. Free-to-play events.
I think that's a lava spike.
Oh, I forgot. Wait, no, I can't block.
Yeah, one
Everything
green.
flies. Fuck you.
Call coming at him.
Stop.
Yeah, get that out of
Jamie,
here. We already know that.
Sorcery's permanence.
I,
Do you have a second move play?
So 3 drops him down to 15, but it's 15 to 9 right now. And he could swing in quite a bit more.
Did he block there? Or did he take it
No,
all?
he took. Oh, he also took in the call, so 2 more.
2, 4, 6.
All right, so
okay.
4, 5, 6 puts him to 3.
Yep.
Forest Charm drops him to, drops him down to 4. So much work keeping
Whew.
up with these life
Man.
totals, guys. These dice. Now the problem is we're gonna put these dice and no one's gonna.
No one's gonna
They're gonna
know.
sit there and go. "Pfft, I got a piece of paper. Why do I need to keep track of my life on this
No.
dice?
You asked me to play on your table.
2, and this time he'll block. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 now, but he'll block because we do now have a planes. And all right, Grim Lavamancer doesn't help. Summoning sick, can't save him. And he says, ooh,
Which one?
deflecting palm.
It doesn't
I think he
matter,
still
it's
dies.
I take 2?
Yeah, you'd say, yeah.
4.
That's it. That's pretty good because that was gonna be tough.
And Lava is late
No,
to
no,
the
no,
party.
no, no.
All
There's no way,
right.
'cause all I need is 1 blink.
So Affinity ends up getting there, and not by the help of Vault Scourge, though. Interesting to note. No Vault Scourge able to help him. We did get to see some sideboard cards. The Spell Pierce
Oh.
in game 2 and 3 helped out. Destructive Reveille did help on the burn side of things. Deflecting Palm we did see there. Didn't really help, but
One-sided
cool to see.
Hourglass.
I mean,
So it just shows you like just those little couple cards do make a
have
big
to, like,
difference.
blow up your spectators.
it's
the
no
matches here.
lightning bolt.
It is no lightning bolt. That is very true.
Close. That was a closer round 2 than round 1
Yep.
was.
Yep.
It helps when everybody gets the lands they need.
That's true.
Um,
Makes it more fun, more
know,
interactive
yeah,
Magic games. That's what
definitely.
we like to see.
Exactly. Definitely more exciting that way here. So
Now, to note,
Yeah.
both games, our burn player hasn't
our
taken the
burn
full
player.
win.
Ooh, that's true.
So,
Burn players have lost
I blew it out.
round 1 and 2.
no offense to the burn player, but that just goes to show everyone
That makes sense.
you don't have to be scared. You just gotta build
Same kind of thought that
the right answers
I
into your
good most of
decks.
the time, except
Now, if you're playing Infect, you do have to be
play.
scared. But if you're playing something else, you don't have to be scared,
Yeah,
guys.
Could do. I don't
Um,
think you would.
Maliras, get those out of there. Just,
Yeah, you-
just let us come on through.
but that's
Somebody was talking about how they wanted to come back and start playing Coco, and I was like, no, don't.
No. You can play it, just don't bring those Maliras.
Oh, look, see, offense taken. They're-
Well,
sorry, guys.
sorry.
No, we
don't hate the burn.
we don't hate the burn. We, there's nothing wrong with
You
burn.
just gotta respect it.
Yeah. So there's a nice little handshake there at the end.
Which really, like, I think.
I'd rather be.
I think
feel
this,
things out.
this matchup is
So
50-50.
what did you? What's your thoughts on that match?
like here, Lance.
I'll be honest with you.
What do you misplay?
I play Infect now. Burn
yeah.
scares me. Affinity scares me. I think I get rolled over on more with Affinity though. And this is just why I love doing this, because now I get the insight. That's what I'm saying. Deck lists. I need to see the
I
deck
need-
list. I'm gonna come in on Tuesdays being the king.
Okay.
I'll just feel it tomorrow. Thanks.
Yeah. No. Okay. I
know,
see that.
And good guy TJ here, he's coming in on the chat, kind of giving us the little bit of insight
Insight, a
on
little bit more
Affinity, kind of teaching everyone what to look out for. I think he threw in a good play when the burn player hit the signal pest.
Oh,
and
yes.
got rid of that guy.
Yep.
That was smart. So
It does help having that little bit of extra insight because the Affinity is not the deck that we play. We know how the deck works.
yeah,
We've seen it played before. We know the objective of it, all that kind of stuff, and we can explain the basics to you. But like the very intricate plays, we're not going to know as well as somebody like TJ, who that is kind of his go-to deck of choice when he goes to events. And interesting to note, that's who we are going to see
oh,
in round 3.
there you go,
Which should make for some interesting games. It's basically the same match, close enough. Burn versus Affinity for round 3, because, like we said, Burn is what we're seeing a lot of
Right.
at our shop in particular. And Affinity there was 3. Was there 3? 2 or 3? No, there was 3.
Was there 3?
Yes, because I played it. What was his name? Rob was playing it, Tim was playing it, and somebody else was playing it, and I forgot what his name was.
You just said you were playing it. You're a liar.
I played against it.
You played against it.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So, I don't remember who it was, but there was 3. There was 3 Affinity, but Affinity is going to be something you're going to see in the overall broader meta, not just local shops. Like if you go to major events, go to SCG Open, you go to a GP, even just to play like side events at events.
Charles. That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
I played against him. That's
See?
right.
See?
Oh, sorry.
Very new to it though. Yeah, he is very new to it. And that's okay. It's a tough deck to as like one of your first go-to decks in Modern, I feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of math.
There is a lot of math, and
I'm bad at counting.
I feel bad for anybody that has to play the mirror matchup in Affinity. Like
Yeah.
at least like Infect mirror matchup, that's exciting, and oh gosh, I got to be careful about this. What spells he's got. Can I interact with him? Can I block here or not? But like Affinity, there's so much you got to count up, and like there's like the Steel Overseers, and then like the Arc Bounds and all the different things you can sack to,
True.
and there's a lot going on in those matchups. And like I've looked over at some of like mirror matchups and just see the board state, and I just go, no, I'm not, just can't.
You've
Can't
gone
do
to
it.
time? Wow. That's nuts.
Nothing is worth it.
Affinity
Wow.
mirror,
Yeah.
going to time.
And that's not what you expect. When most people think of Affinity, they're like, all right, I'm going to dump my hand and try to kill you super quick with
Right.
this. But yeah, I mean, with that mirror matchup, you don't... If you have to be experienced with the deck in order to do
True.
well in that kind of mirror. And that's true with any mirror matchup, I feel, though. Sometimes there is some luck involved in it. Like, I feel maybe there's more luck in the burn mirror. I don't know. What do you think? More luck in burn mirror than other mirrors?
Well, the thing about the well,
Because
because you're just going face. You're just going straight. I'm going to come across. I'm not even worried about your creatures.
unless they're playing like the prowess version, I guess. But
Yeah.
even then, like I feel like that's more luck. In fact, you've got to know the interactions a little bit. You know, when to use pumps, when to hold back your vines to target their creatures, things like that.
Sure.
The control, what spells am I going to counter? What am I going to let through? I know. So I don't know.
And with Affinity, you've got that secret little. Here's my ink moth nexus coming at you.
If I'm gonna kill you from poison, sack everything to Arcbound, you're dead. No. Use green and blue deck. So it seems like there's a lot of people that pick those sort of colors, and that's where they kind of start with, and they're like, oh, Brett is a white mage, even though he's not playing it.
It's
right
true.
now.
It's true. I do love the planes. There's a lot of Path to Exile, hands down, best card, I believe. There's nothing better than just holding one white up and going, go ahead, bring that creature. Oh, Path.
Path. Sorry
You
about
don't get a
luck.
land, though. But see, that's the trick about white, is you're always a nice guy about it.
Yeah,
No, I'm getting rid of that big creature, but hey,
you
go get a land.
You look like you could use some land
Yeah,
right
go
now.
get it.
Yeah. And yes, if you were wondering, there's a kitty in the background because we're at the House of Cats, and there are 3 cats here. But you only get to see one right now because he's in here hanging out with us. But yeah, so that's a little bit of insight into kind of the mirror matchups there, and everything going on. So I know you guys are excited for another quick game, right? with how it's been going, it's been a quick night tonight because we've had so many quick games with the burn players.
Yep.
But we've got our round 3 is pretty much just like round 2, Affinity versus Burn again. And this is the one we were talking about.